Introducing Luck Machine. Luck Machine is a randomization plugin that forces you to forget about what you see and focus on what you hear. Not only is it our first plugin, but it's a product that truly defines who we are as a company. Luck Machine could just be called the creativity machine because that's what it sparks every time you turn it on. There aren't a ton of knobs and you don't really know what's going on under the hood most of the time. Don't know what's next? Try Luck Machine. Is your sound just missing something but you're not sure what? Try Luck Machine. You know those moments when you're just opening a plugin, closing a plugin, opening a plugin, closing a plugin? Luck Machine's actually great because it's kind of like doing that quickly. Every time you pull the plunger, you get a brand new sound, a new chain, new settings. There are seriously so many different combinations you can get that it's basically like having tons of plugins at your disposal. What's really fun is every time you hit randomize, not only are you getting a random effect, you get random parameters on that effect. You might get a maxed out, really vibey tremolo, and the next time you hit randomize, you might get a really subtle chorus. And then after that, you get a crazy octaver, and then you get a subtle octaver. The biggest thing with Luck Machine is patience. You have to remember that not every time you pull the plunger is it going to work with every sound. Eventually you will come across a gem and that makes it all worth it. The way that the Luck Machine algorithm works, every 4 to 6 taps, you're gonna get a much crazier patch. And then you're gonna get some subtle ones again. We did this on purpose so that not everything is blowing your socks off and not everything's underwhelming. When you have the mix all the way up, Luck Machine really does the warbly thing well, but you don't have to use it like that. Just pull your mix down, randomize until you find something more subtle. If you want to see more examples of Luck Machine and our other products, check out our social media where we post demos often. There are lots of examples from popular musicians in different styles using these tools. You can get Luck Machine at sound.variant.com under the plugins tab. Make sure to keep an eye out for discount codes and bundle deals. To keep spontaneity and luck at the forefront of the plugin, we made sure not to add too many controls. However, we did find that a mix knob was super useful. Once you find the sound you like, you can then mix it into taste. We did add one really cool knob that's separate from the randomization effect, the intensity knob. We actually ended up loving the intensity knob so much that we turned it into its own plugin. It's free on our website called Rotband. So the randomize and mix knobs work together, but you can add the intensity separate from that chain at any point. I like it because not only does it add a bunch of grit to your low end, but it rolls off your highs and kind of lets your sound sit in the mix better. Yeah, if you just pepper in the intensity lightly, you get a really nice effect. Obviously, if you crank it, it's gonna crunch it, which is sick too. Some of the best sounds I've gotten out of Luck Machine are actually really hard to replicate because it is complicated under the hood. That's why we've added 2 save slots that you can keep. We were inspired by old arcade machines and old analog gear. I found that I'm more creative when I have less options, and I hope that's what you get out of Luck Machine as well. Okay, so I really like that sound I just got. All I need to do is tap the save button, and now it is saved in here. You can tell it's saved because there's a green light right here. Now, don't hit that green light because that's how you clear a save to make room for a new one. If I hit randomize a few times, and then I tap load, it just loads up the save I have there. In this modern digital world, having too many distractions, too much tech, too many things to pick from can kind of inhibit the creativity process. With Luck Machine, you get rid of the fuss, you use your ears, and you find a good sound.